According to a World Bank report, the total female population in Ghana as of 2021 was 50.1%. Despite being slightly higher in population than men, women in Ghana have always played second fiddle to their male counterparts in terms of leadership roles across all spheres of human endeavor.
Boys and girls have all equal rights. So why is it that some have been given the opportunity to aspire to the highest level and some cannot? To give equal opportunity. So we even call it a gender-friendly structure, so that both boys and girls, we are not saying pick girls and put at the head. Normally they vote. So if you are voting, girls are even more. In most of the schools, girls are more than the boys. But when they vote, you will not get a girl to be at the top. So it's a matter of our cultural orientation that males are superior to, which is not so.
Representation of women in government in Ghana's legislature, local government, and other public service spaces does not reach the United Nations recommended minimum threshold of 30% and the African Union's threshold of 40%. Out of the 275 seats in Parliament, women constitute only 40, representing 15%, and women's representation in Ghana's local governance system stands below 5%.
Most often when you see a woman and it's a queen mother, her function is just to regulate women. She's not counted into even when chiefs are meeting. She's not counted well to have any strong opinion. She's not even called to present the women's side of the story. Okay, so culturally we have come up, and then coming into school, right from primary school, it has been designed that way. But the world is fast changing.
We view leadership to be more of the right of the male, where you even see it in our culture or in our environment that men are even more likely to be offered leadership positions than women. And even the few women who rise up to contest, they are being challenged, and some of them are, quote and unquote, seen as very arrogant women.
The 1992 Constitution charges the state to actively promote the integration of the peoples of Ghana and prohibit discrimination and prejudice on the grounds of place of origin, circumstances of birth, ethnic origin, gender or religion, creed or other beliefs. The situation is even worse in terms of appointment into positions like district chief executive, ministerial or other key decision-making platforms.
Males are superior to, which is not so. We have all the same capacity. So that will also help to boost their confidence and to empower them to aspire to the highest.
People view women to be more dull, more calm, who should be more followers than leaders in their own right.
Despite this generally poor representation of women in leadership positions in the country, the situation in northern Ghana is worse. For instance, in the northern region, there is no female member of parliament out of the 18 constituencies in the region. The story is not different when it comes to MMDCs, where only the Sablugu district has a female as a chief executive officer out of the 16 MMDAs in the region.
When I sit back and I reflect on these challenges, I see patriarchy to be one of our main challenges that make it difficult for this structure to be fully rolled out in schools. I said it's because when you look at our local context where we find ourselves, leadership seems to be widely dominated by males. And then we have people who have been groomed in such a way to always feel that leadership has to be male first, then the woman second.
The low representation of women in leadership positions in Ghana generally and northern Ghana in particular has been a matter of concern for stakeholders, not the least ActionAid, which has over the years championed the cause of women and promoted gender equity across the country. Specifically, ActionAid and its partners have been advocating for championing the passage of the Affirmative Action Bill.
With affirmative action, we need to review leadership. God made us male and female. And God, by design, is even giving us, in the world today, the female population is more than the male population. And I consider male and female as left hand, right hand. If you want to engage well in a fight, you must use both hands.
To reverse the discrimination of the marginalized groups, women, and a subsequent adverse effect on sustainable development, it provides a framework to help eliminate discrimination on the basis that each citizen shares equal right to self-development and that women with equal opportunities should have equal opportunities regardless of gender as enshrined under Article 17 of the 1992 Constitution. In collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, ActionAid and NORSAC identified a weakness in the leadership structure of schools as a major contributory factor in the subjugation of women in leadership roles. ActionAid, together with the Ghana Education Service and the Conference of Heads of Assisted Senior High Schools, CHAS, came up with the idea of the gender-friendly leadership structure for senior high schools to open the platform for all to compete for positions irrespective of gender.
One thing that we are doing to really have this structure fully running in the schools is to strengthen our work with the Ghana Education Service. We are supporting them to have a number of orientations with the schools where they sensitize the student population, the school authorities, the teachers, and everybody who has a stake in the governance structure to really look at how we want leadership to look like in the northern region.
There has been a lot of gains. So that gives us the power to do more for these girls. We have girls who have aspired to the highest level. I can tell you that we have a YFP member who is a member of ActionAid board and is a director at MOFA. So all these things give us that encouragement that more can be done and a lot of girls can aspire to the highest.
Female students in senior high schools took advantage of the new dispensation, and for the first time in 70 years, Tamale Senior High School produced a female school prefect. Chereponi Senior High School, Zabzugu Senior High School, Bandai Senior High School, and a host of other schools have all followed suit. When our team arrived at the Kariga Senior High School, we were welcomed to a very clean environment. Both students and teachers were quick to point out that the situation is a reflection of the impact of the first female school prefect.
I feel proud because I know my colleagues, females, will also know that higher positions in any institution is not meant for only boys. Yes, and they'll use me as an example. And I know that they'll also be, because of my achievement and hardworking, they'll also be eager, those who are back, to also apply for the position.
Normally, we usually have few dustbins in the school. But since we voted this girl as our prefect, she has made sure that we hang the jerrycans around the trees so that wherever you are passing and it's happening that you like take water. After finishing it, you then put it inside in order not to dirty our environment.
She's the first to be the school prefect, and she's making impact so far as administration is concerned. And hitherto, I would say that when these boys, these males were elected, the female leadership was more or less supportive, and they play a very marginal role. You could feel their existence.
The opportunity created for young women to develop their leadership skills has spurred some of them on beyond senior high school. A student of the Pembi Nursing and Midwifery Training College braced the odds and won the SRC president, the first time for a female student of the school.
Kwembi Nursing College, when I got the first year, I had a lady ever contested for SRC president and didn't win, and that was all. Nobody made an attempt to contest again. I said, no, this record must be set by me. So I told the current SRC president that, Mr. Ishak, you are going to hand over to me, inshallah. And he said, really? I said, yes.
Some of them just need someone to tell them that they are confident, they can do it. And then you realize that they will come out and then they will do what you want them to do and do it very well. So first of all, is a lack of confidence. They are unable to assert themselves. So with the YFP platforms, most of them have been doing very well. Now, what we let them understand is that they should pursue their dreams.
A recent study conducted into the impact of the gender-friendly leadership structure shows that the project has made its mark. Despite the glaring achievements, there are pockets of resistance from some tutors in some schools. Working to convince and bring these teachers to come on board should serve as the final jigsaw in the puzzle.
When you talk to some of the alumni, they will tell you the benefits of being in YFP, members of YFP. It builds their confidence and it empowers them to do a lot of things they wouldn't have ventured to do.
YFP have groomed me to be a girl that I wish to be. Leadership skills, socialization skills, and communication skills. Talking about leadership skills, at first I was finding it very difficult to even mingle with my colleagues and all those stuff. But right now I can stand on stage and speak with confidence.
I would like to thank NOSAC and ActionAid very much for their empowerment. And I would like to tell them that this is not the end of my journey. In fact, sky is not the limit of my journey, but the beginning of my journey.
People may not know. If you don't understand, you don't know, you may resist it, but just try it. Whatever comes on your way, don't resist that this cannot be done. Try it and see how it can be perfect.
We have not given up as an organization. We believe that behavior change is not a one-day journey. We have started and we are not going to give up.
A better footballer is the one that can use both legs. So in our society today, if we are able to harness the potential of women and the potential of men, we harness all the human resource God has given to us. We must harness all of our potentials for a better world.